Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
No, you just...
Gonna get you hot. I'm gonna make it wet. Play hot tub. Rubber dub in the hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Check in the hot tub. Yeah. Will it make me sweat? Yeah. Check in the hot tub. Yeah. Will it make me wet? Yeah.
This is such great radio.
Good morning. Welcome, 104.3.
We got an echo.
We got an echo.
It's the liquid sunshine is doing it.
There you go.
Coming in hot this morning, folks.
Liquid sunshine. Well,
Some breaking news right here. We're going to have a little bit different today. Mark McLeod will not be with us at 8:30. Dr. Ward will be with us at 7:30. And we got a little bit, we're talking a little bit of NFL with the Super Bowl coming up. We got to get these three guys' picks today, who they think is going to win at Seattle.
my nose.
Or the Patriots. We will find out. Glenn, let's start out the show today with local. What's going on locally?
Well, we had a lot of action last night in several sports, and then we'll go into boys soccer. These are quarterfinals. It's 3A's Region 1. It was North Bay Haven 6, Fernandino Beach 0. It was South Walton 2, Wolfson 0, and it was Catholic. I'm going to guess yay for Catholic. Catholic 2, Bowles 1, so congratulations to them. And so what happens now in this little area is that on February the 10th, which happens to be my birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. February the 10th, North Bay Haven will play Catholic, and then South Walton goes all the way to Santa Fe, which is, down to, Alachua, down in that county. And then girls, the quarterfinals. Also, it was Catholic 3, North Bay Haven 0. It was South Walton 5 and Keystone Heights 0. So in the girls on February the 9th, which is next Tuesday, Bowles will be at South Walton. So South Walton's got two teams in it. And then FSU School is at Catholic. So, and then that's what's going on. And then last night in the preseason baseball tournament, there was two games last night. The early game at 4 o'clock, it was North Bay Haven 6. It was Rutherford Rams 2. And then the nightcap at 7, it was Bay 7, Bozeman 6. And so that's a big score. Only one game tonight, weather permitting, at 4 o'clock. Mosley plays Rutherford, and then the rest of the tournament will be on Thursday. And then girls quarterfinals in a basketball last night. It was Arnold got beat by Rutherford. This is girls, 61-33. And it was Catholic 60, Rutherford 31. Holmes County 95, it was Vernon 28, and it was Liberty County was 47, and Cottondale or Catondelay 32. And also last night in boys, it was in quarterfinals, it was Arnold 53, Escambia 48, first win for Arnold in a district playoff in I think it said 12 years. So congratulations to them. They will play on Thursday night, I believe. And then last night, still in boys quarterfinal, it was Weevil Hitchcock 70, Osceola Christian 60. It was Malone 67, Liberty 60, and it was Bethlehem 65, Poplar Springs 49, Bluntstown 66, Sneeds 44, Mariana 55, Sewanee 48, and it was all South Walton 72, Freeport 29. And today at 10 o'clock, there will be some signings at Bay High in the Fine Arts Building. There will be 5 young men signing. It will be Alex Baker, Amari Johnson, football player, Javari Bowden, football player, and it was Maddox Memon, who we're going to talk to his dad here, Coach Memon, later, signing basketball, and Camden Havel, and also I think Baker is also a baseball player. So that's going on today. So a lot of things going on, and so I got one more little announcement if we have time.
Yeah, all the time you want.
All right. Listen, the Forest Park Methodist Church is putting on a golf tournament at Nature Walk on February the 21st. It's sign in at 8:15. It's 9 o'clock shotgun start. 2-man teams, $59 a player, and so no more than a bogey on a hole, so that makes it go quick. And then if you need to sign up, you want to make sure that you call the clubhouse at 265-2582, or you can call Lee Anderson at 850-319-6773. It's going to be limited to 40 teams, and then if you want to buy some mulligans, those are $5 too per person. So that'll be going on the 21st. So write that down, and it's a nice place to play. And I tell you what, it's all the proceeds will go to the church, and so that's really good.
All right, looking forward to Monday, 7 o'clock. South Walton. We have Nick on here talking about South Walton baseball. I think his son's last year, which is an unbelievable baseball player. Just got word they did play last night, lost to Giles. They beat Pace. So we'll be talking to him that day also. Monday, 7:15, Coach Jones. Tuesday will be Rutherford. Wednesday, Bay High School. Thursday, the legendary Coach Doug Lee and Mosley baseball. And then Friday will be Bozeman with Coach Brian Norman. That's our lineup so far when it comes to local baseball. It's been really popular over the years. People follow it. Parents extremely interested in that show. Love listening to the head coaches, what they have to say about this year's baseball team. They're some of the best, not in that Southeast, but probably in the entire country. We've got great baseball coaches here in this part of the world. There's no doubt about that.
Also, Coach,
Lane Kiff, go ahead.
I got a little. Thank you, Coach Oles. Rutherford and boys, 52-39. So, congratulations to them too.
Lane Kiffin said that they were talking about the calendar, the schedule, and all this kind of stuff. He says now it's worse than it's ever been. So I guess we'll stay at 12 teams. You guys probably know more about this than I do. I haven't really kept up with it. There was talk of 20-something teams that the Big Ten wanted. The commissioners could not get together on the same page, so it's going to stay like it is. They came out with the dates, and again, the coaches are not happy with the dates. The calendar is completely crazy like it was this past year, maybe even worse. But the first round playoff games this year, well, let's see. It's going to be college football quarterfinals. First quarterfinal games we play on a Wednesday, not Thursday because of the NFL. They're not going to go up against the NFL. I don't know why we go against them during the regular season on Thursday night college games. But Wednesday, December 30th, it'll be the Fiesta Bowl. Then Friday, the rest of the games we play. The Cotton Bowl is going to be involved in it this year. Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl from Pasadena. Not on a Saturday at the time they usually pay it. I can't believe the Rose Bowl agreed with this. I guess the money made them agree with it. Then the next round will go Thursday, January 14, 2027. The Orange Bowl. I think I'm screwing this thing up.
No, not that.
Thursday, January 14th, in the Orange Bowl, the semis. Then Friday, the Sugar Bowl. So one game on. I get it now. One game on Thursday, January 14th. The next game will be Friday, January 15th, in the Sugar Bowl from New Orleans. Then it goes to the quarterfinals. This is 2027. The first game is going to be on a Friday, December 31st, Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. Saturday, January 1st, the Fiesta Bowl, the Peach Bowl, and the Rose Bowl. And then it goes from there to a Thursday ball game, January 13th, 2028. That game will be played in the Orange Bowl. And then on Friday, January 14th, 2028, it'll be played in the Cotton Bowl. The national championship will be played in the Cotton Bowl. So they wanted, all the talk, the coaches wanted the national championship game played. You hear about this, hear about that. I think it was on January 1st. I don't know, will we ever get there? How?
I don't think so.
No. Get ready, is that a call? Okay, let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. What are y'all doing?
I can't hear you.
We're watching it rain, getting a free car wash.
Yes, we are.
Can you hear?
Yeah, what's up, Robbie?
I I needed to call in before y'all get all hugged up into the Gator love and stuff.
Not today. No Gator love today. Sorry.
No, Dr. Ward.
Oh, good.
He's fair and balanced.
Yeah, he is.
Well, at least, are y'all gonna have the 8:30 segment on?
Well,
No.
Mark?
No, Mark's not with us today.
but Coach is getting ready to pack up at 8:30. So yeah, you're probably right.
No Mark today. Mark is tied up. We tried to untie him, but we couldn't get it untied.
It's a grainy knot.
What's up with you? I hadn't heard from you in a while. You okay?
Well, I've been listening to you all week, and I have been thinking about calling, but it's hard to get in there.
I know.
Every day.
I know it.
Well, I was calling today, and I got to make it quick because I know you're fixing to have to go to segment. Today is, I want to give a shout out to my lovely wife. And today is her our 42nd anniversary.
Wow. 42 years. That's incredible.
42 years. Yeah, wow. Got three great kids, 4 great grandkids. So
she said
42 long, lovely years.
And she said 22 of them were pretty happy.
Yeah. What'd you marry her when she was about 10? I mean, she looks young. There's no way she can be that age.
She graduated she's a graduate from Mosley High School in 1982.
Well, there you go.
And there you go. Now, I met her on her 18th birthday.
Wow, right. That's unreal.
Yep.
Well, congratulations. I'll tell you what, y'all are a good couple.
There's not many of us left that's been married over 40 years.
You got that right. It'll be 45 for us.
Yeah, well, good for y'all. You know, like I said, there's a few of us still around, but it's hard to make it anymore.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
Yeah, that's my great. It's gonna be a good day. It's always been a good day.
There you go.
And my daddy turns 90 today.
Wow. You got those good genes, man. We're gonna have to put up with you for a long, long time.
Well, that's right. I hope so. I hope I'll make it for a while.
Are you going to start giving money to Florida State? We're going to have to get people to give money just to get. They're so far in debt. We got to help them out somehow.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Did you say that, Glenn? You don't have that today? You got that for us?
No, I had it Monday. God. I had it Monday.
You got it, The debt.
Yeah,
I was like, that's right. It was you that talked about it. Yeah. That's crazy.
And we have gotten to where the Pro Bowl is played on Tuesday night, and it's a flag football game.
What's happened to this world?
I just sooner not play it. If they're afraid they're going to get hurt, you get hurt in that game too.
Hey, just think, there's no more tour-a-days. You go to one school, then you leave. You don't even have to go to class. They got online classes. The dead drop period doesn't mean anything anymore because they're letting kids in school after that time. It's crazy what's going on.
Yeah. Well, and that's the problem with this world now is that nobody interacts with each other.
That's true.
They don't talk. They can't talk, and they don't order nothing. They won't go pick up their own food. They won't. They will go pick up their groceries, but they won't go shopping.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, we have got, and we wonder why we're fat.
Yeah.
We're so damn lazy, we won't even get up off of our rear end to go do what we need to do.
I'm sitting there watching TV last night, and I look across and look at my wife, and she's on her phone. I'm like, how can she watch this and be on the phone at the same time? But she does. She's on that thing 24/7.
Right. Wake up in the middle of the night, and you look over there under the covers.
They're on the phone. Yeah, that's
at least she responds when you text her.
And then they bitch. They bitch because they're tired. Because you put that daggum phone up,
Well, I tell you what now, Glenn never had that problem with women. When he would call them, they were lined up quickly. He's got something special about it.
They call handcuffs.
That's right.
Well,
velvet.
How many of your kids will text you a question and you try and call them back to answer it because it's going to be a conversation and they won't answer?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, well, I tell you what. I'll text Jared something, ask him something, and he didn't respond. I don't like that.
And I tell you, I've gone into the store and they had a young person there working like the counter. They would leave and bring the older person out because they don't know how to talk to people.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And to be at the register and give somebody cash, and then you reach in your pocket. Here, I got my two pennies.
Oh yeah.
And they look at you like,
Yeah.
I got to ask you a serious question. Are you happy or are you disappointed in Gus Malzahn retiring?
I got my inner thoughts about some of that. Why did we look so good the first 3 games, and then all of a sudden everybody's questioning play calling and that sort of stuff? Was he trying to, I don't know. If in the back of his mind, if he was thinking that he was going to be the next to come in and be the savior, and then all of a sudden, it didn't happen that way.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you look so good in the first 3 games?
I'm with you, Rob. Hey, listen, I hate to do it. We got to take a break, Big Daddy.
I know you do. All right, guys.
Happy anniversary. You have a wonderful day, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thank you, buddy.
Right.
Hey, today's special. Every Wednesday's always special here in Bay County. No doubt about that. You're over in Lynn Haven. There's only one place to go. That's Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. The wonderful city commissioner, Pat Perno's an incredible man. That restaurant, you walk in, it's like they know your name. Great food, great atmosphere, TVs everywhere. You watch the Super Bowl this Sunday and you're over in Lynn Haven, go to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. If you want to have a party at your house, call Pat, say, Pat, this is how many wings I need. He'll have them ready for you. They're incredible. They have so many people call in that have parties. They take care of people like you would not believe. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. And, of course, you're over here in Panama City Beach. We all know we're going to be today. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. They only do it on Wednesdays. The world-famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. It's the best you'll get anywhere. I'm telling you, lunches are packed out and dinner. The legendary J. Michael's. Go check it out. I think you'll absolutely love it. And I tell you what, we also are pumped up about having Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach.
Absolutely.
We got one over there in 77. Now we got one in Panama City Parkway. Go check it out. We think you'll love it. We'll be right back. 104.3.
Coach Mike Mimmon.
Coach Mike Mimmon, Bay High School, when we get back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The magic plays here.
And he flipped it up and in and one. And it's Desmond Bain. He's an offense unto himself right now.
It's the Brooklyn Nets at the Orlando Magic. Tip off tomorrow at 6 right here.
Your new home for select Orlando Magic games. The NBA is on. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, a variety of light showers and clouds and a high of 62 with a moderate breeze out of the west at 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 41. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Friday, a bit warmer with a high of 62 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief. From medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
Get ready, boys. Valentine's Day is incoming. Coin and bullion reserves fine jewelry will take great care of you and make the process easy. Earrings, necklaces, diamonds, and engagement rings. Jewelry to fit any budget. For decades, you've trusted Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, the largest rare coin and bullion dealer in the Southeast. Finest jeweler in town, still at 2621 East 15th Street. Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, your diamond headquarters.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all.
I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
Not after spicy a food demo!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Leave it here this Sunday, what you've been waiting for, Super Bowl Sunday. Watch the game, enjoy it. Halftime, turn it off, don't pay attention, but the rest of the game, have a wonderful time. Super Bowl 60, Seattle.
Do the bunny hop.
The New England Patriots. Maybe we'll have the new deal that maybe they'll throw an interception down the goal line and the Patriots win again like that happened before. But it's Wednesday. It's Bay Day. Glenn's here, so you know it's Bay Day. Bay High School next Wednesday, Coach Hudson, baseball. Today, Coach Memon, Bay High basketball. Coach, how you doing? What's going on?
Morning, guys.
Good morning. What's happening?
You there?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear?
Yeah.
All right, guys. How are you? How are you guys doing this morning?
Good.
What's going on at Bay High School?
Oh, a little rainy day. No school today for kids. You know, we got a PLC day, so these are the days you kind of enjoy a little bit.
I forgot about that. What, are you going to practice early today or what?
We'll actually practice in the afternoon. We've got a Bay High signing today at 10 a.m. So we've got 2 football guys. We've got 1 basketball guy and 2 baseball guys signing this morning at 10.
That's awesome. Who are the basketball guys?
It's my son, Maddox.
Hey! All right. Good job. Where's he going?
He's going to Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina.
There you go. Awesome. Good job, buddy. Good job. I know he had a great mother. I heard she's very athletic.
He got all his height, all his genes from her. That's right.
And she's a great nurse, too. I can tell you that.
Hey, Coach, what does he want to do? Does he know what he wants to study yet?
Yeah, he wants to study kinesiology, possibly go into like athletic training, maybe physical therapy somewhere down that road.
That's awesome.
So, the first test, you got to learn how to spell kinesiology. That's the first.
I can't even pronounce it.
You got to learn how to say it before you can spell it.
Yeah. I tell you what, anything in the medical field, you'll have a job forever. That's good. I'm glad he's doing that.
Yeah, we're excited for him. You know, he's it's a school that's about 15 minutes from where my parents live, so he's got some family close.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
We've been up there a few times. They're actually coming down here next week. They're going to play that new athletic school, Baptist University of Florida, where my point guard went last year. So they're in their conference, so they'll be down in Graceville next week. We'll get to go watch it play. So
that's what we love about you. Everywhere you've been, you've done a great job of developing players and then place them in colleges. And talk about that. That's a little bit more difficult now than it used to be because, hell, they'll go get a kid at another school, another college, instead of sign these high school kids, which I completely hate. I miss the old days. It was easier for our high school kids to go play at the next level. I think it's now getting more difficult. Talk about that, and how does it work now? Do you just work the phones a lot? Tell everybody out there how you help these kids get scholarships.
Yeah, you know, I've kind of lived it this year as well, so it's a lot you know, I've got a lot more knowledge, I guess is the right word, in how it's going now. You know, back then it would be, you know, communicate through your high school coach and get them out there, get them to workouts and things like that. It's a lot different now. Now it's more social media based. It's, you know, AAU tournaments for basketball and those type of things. I can tell you now, the parents have to be the biggest recruiter for their kids. I've seen kids get offers and not even talk to high school coaches. To me, it's the parents that really have to start putting together film, start researching what schools they feel like their son can play at. And I think the head coach has to help them and keep them, you know, in a reality. Not every kid is Division I. Not every kid is Division I JUCO, especially in the Panhandle. Like, basketball around here is just as good as Division I. So, parents have to understand that, and they've got to do their homework. And then once they do that, you got to get them out there. Big thing a lot of schools are doing, especially the small schools, are doing elite camps or ID camps. And what they do is they'll invite you and about another 30 guys to their campus for a little showcase day where they get eyes on you directly. They'll put you through pretty much a practice and scrimmage. And then, you know, from there, you get on their radar, or you can pick up an offer. And I think that's the way it's going. You know, I've taken kids places, I've helped parents out, but I think the parents really have to be, you know, play a major part in their recruiting now, because I'm telling you, high school coaches are, and I think that's at all levels, maybe not football, but baseball and things like that. I think high school coaches are starting to fade out as far as the way college coaches are talking to them and things like that.
I feel like going like, what in the blank happened? How did we get where we're at today? It's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where, you know, NIL money and the way kids are, I don't want to say, they just have a lot more power, you know, and negotiating power and all types of power when it comes to sports now, as far as, you know, discipline, accountability. Those things are kind of falling by the wayside. And I think the kids are starting to, you know, demand, command,
set precedents and things that are going on. I mean, transfer portal's crazy. You said it earlier. High school kids, it's not easy to go to college anymore, and it's certainly not easy to go to a big school. Like, you may have to work your way up from a prep school or a small school and move your way up now because of the way the transfer portal is. There's no way, and parents really need to understand, there's no way a college coach is going to take a high school senior over a 2 or 3 year college player that can do the same thing.
Right. And they see it. They know the kid can do it. And, another thing, too, that these kids are missing out on, which I think is going to ruin it, but when you're a position coach in college, you're defensive coordinator, if you played on defense side of the ball, and the head football coach, you feared those guys. I mean, you wanted to please them, you wanted to play, you wanted to make them happy. The discipline they had over you was incredible, and now all that's gone. The player has all the power now. They got more power than an NFL player. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw something where
someone.
I don't know, but I saw something where Deion Sanders put out where he was going to start fining his players based on certain rules, and I thought that was excellent for this day and age. Right. I mean, if kids are making more than coaches, they should be held accountable, with their checkbook as opposed to, get on the line. I think that's because that's what it's going to be at the next level for a lot of those kids too. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but for some of those kids.
Yeah. I mean, Coach, you got something coming up tomorrow night, your tournament, and then if you win, you travel again. So kind of give us a little talk about that.
Yeah, so, we got back on track Friday night and beat Bluntstown on senior night, which was great. We need that momentum going into tomorrow. So we got Pensacola over there, and it's going to be really close. It's a winnable game for us. They're tough. I think it's going to be a possession game, and we're going to have to hopefully execute on the road and be 10 points better because Pensacola is a really tough place to play. If we can get out of there, we're going to probably go to Fort Walton on Saturday. They're the number 1 seed. They'll play West Florida, but they're a little bit better than them, so I'm assuming Fort Walton Beach is going to win. If we win Thursday, playoff-wise, it's going to be really close to see if we can get out at large. We've got to win Thursday, but right now we're sitting 9th, top 8 get in, but we are literally almost just tied with Reigns. Reigns is literally 0.2 ahead of us.
Reigns is way down?
Yeah, what happens with Reigns, this is what people understand, and this is what kills me with these rankings. Reigns is, they're a state champion caliber football team. So if those kids play basketball, they're not winning games for the first month. Like, they don't even have them on the court. So those games early hurt you. So, basically it comes down to we're playing a much better opponent than they are Thursday. And if we can win and they win, I'm hoping that our better opponent will help us squeak by them. So for an at-large bid. If not, then we got to run the table. So biggest thing is that we got to go in there tomorrow. We got to win in Pensacola. Not easy to do, but I think, our guys with being seniors and things like that, I think they can do it. So, it's got to put them in position.
Hey, before you go today, I'd like you to do this if you wouldn't mind. Could you name as many seniors if you can? I know you got senior night coming up. It'd be kind of cool to let them hear their names.
Man, so we got a bunch. I don't know if you got that much time. So Maddox Medman, obviously, James Godwin, Aaron Williams, Xavier Morgan, Amari Johnson, Spencer Astorga, Will Smith, Shemias Franklin. Hoping I'm not forgetting anybody. I got 9. There's got to be another one in there I'm missing somewhere. 1, 3, 5. Kamari Saunders. There you go. That's what I was missing. So those 9 guys, they've been great all season. We started with 11 seniors. We're down to 9. Sometimes that it doesn't work out that way, and but these are the guys that have kind of really put in their time and things like that. Proud of them, and hopefully we can extend their season for them.
And even some of them transfer. No.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable what this state does. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, we're seeing things we've never seen. Coach, we appreciate you coming on, man. We'll talk to you soon. You take care and good luck in these playoffs. Okay.
I'll see you about 10, Coach. I'm going to come watch.
All right, excellent. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. All right, here in a minute, we'll get a call from the man, the myth, the legend. He cut on me yesterday. Dr. Ward does an incredible job. Listen to him, again, 7:30 every Wednesday. Also, I tell you what, the weather is crazy. Down in the 20s, record cold temperatures. Now, next week, We're going to be in the 70s. We got Stevenson Air Conditioning. We don't care what the weather's like. And you should use them, too. They're local. He graduated from Ozzie High School. He's the most honest guy I've ever dealt with. We've used him here at the studio. Dr. Mitchell, 2 units from him. Same thing with Jason Kovaleski, his store and his home. I bought a brand new unit, everything, new lines, everything you can think of, everything was new. They came in and did an incredible job. You can't do better than Stevenson Air Conditioning. That's locals taking care of locals, and that is Stevenson Air Conditioning. We have 4 wonderful newbies. Newbies 2 on the Curb. That's the place to go watch the Super Bowl. And this weekend, head on down to Mothership, the best entertainment in Southeast. Charlotte's going to make sure that. And Glenn, what's your favorite newbies?
Man, mine is right there on the bay. I call it the blue newbies, but it's fantastic, So,
it won't make you blue. You'll have a good time, baby. They'll have a good time.
But I tell you, it's got a great view of the bay out there, and also they got the fire pits, and of course you can be inside and everything. So it's fantastic.
And I'll say this, John and Charlotte always give back to this community. Let's make sure we support them. Wonderful people. We'll be right back. 104.3. ESPN Northwest Florida, home of the Auburn Tigers. Also Super Bowl 60 right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
Jerry Rice here on the Rich Eisen Show. Who's the best receiver in the NFL today?
I would say probably, I still got to go with Justin Jefferson. And even though he hasn't had a quarterback, this guy can do it all. He can stretch the field. He can out-jump you. He's not afraid to go across the middle. And, there are some great receivers out there, but I would still put him as number 1.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 11 to 2. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Get ready to connect. ESPN Northwest Florida is proud to welcome and feature the newest additions to our Panama City Beach Chamber family.
Welcome to the Beach Chamber, Empire Real Estate of Florida, Hut Strategic Communications, Koala ABA and Learning Centers, Prime Plumbing and Septic Services, Priority Staffing Companies, and Salty Suds Pet Wash.
Step in, grow, and connect with the community that celebrates your achievements.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, reaching Bay County and beyond.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. What's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I tell you what, man, if you listen right now throughout the Panama, Florida, there's a legend near you. His offices are everywhere. Mariana, Fort Walton, you name it, they're here all over the Panama, Florida. The guy's incredible. We're talking about Dr. Ward. Every Wednesday, 7:30, we got him right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Well, mine did not look right. It did not feel right. I called, made an appointment. I went there yesterday. They did an incredible job. Did it hurt? They cut it all out? Did it hurt? Hell yeah, it hurt. But he meant for it to hurt. He wanted to hurt me.
I think he gave it a little extra juice because it was you.
Yeah, I think he did too.
I think you cut too high, Doc. You should have cut a little bit lower.
Thank you, Glenn. Anyway, Doc, how you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm making it through the rain here. How are y'all doing?
Man, we couldn't be better.
It's a free car wash. What do you want?
Yeah, couldn't be better. No, you did a great job yesterday, for real. You really did.
And the good thing is the weather held off so we could enjoy some high school baseball yesterday.
Yep, absolutely.
South Walton did their kind of preseason classic, played Childs and Pace, and really good baseball.
Denton Lord, who is the Mississippi State commit, against Childs, threw 2 innings, struck out 5, gave up 1 walk. That walk did score due to error in the field. They ended up losing that game 5-4, but Denton was dominant. I mean, he was something else. Fastball sitting 94-96, and then against Pace, Coleman Borthwick pitched 3 innings. I think the plan was for him to go 2, but he threw so few pitches per inning that he went 3, and those 3 innings he had 7 strikeouts. Nobody got on base. They ended up winning that game 7-2. And let me tell you, I was sitting in the row behind me. There were either 8 or 9 guys that were all pro scouts. I actually talked to a couple of them. One was from the Mariners. One was from the Angels. I didn't get to talk to all of them. But let's just say as soon as Coleman was done pitching, they left.
Wow. Yeah. What's he going to do? What's the word? Is he going to go play professional or going to play college?
He's committed to Auburn, but he is clearly a first-round draft pick. So, you know, it's got to be one of those things. I'm thinking that you know, depending on where he goes in the first round, you know, if he's a top 15 pick, I mean, I don't think you really go to college if you're a top 15 pick.
Yeah. Doc, how's it working for us, college baseball, with NIL? Are they paying big bucks also? Like, I don't think they pay as much as football, but I could be wrong. What are you hearing about that, especially in the SEC?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think, you know, I have heard, like, you know, the pitchers who aren't starting are getting, you know, $70,000, $80,000 a year just to go. Hearing that, you know, D1 starting pitchers are getting, you know, 6 figures. So, you know, I don't think it's not on the level of football, but you know, you're living life comfortable if you're a starting D1 pitcher.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you, and you guys can jump in on if you like. What if you say you get like Moss at Florida or anybody else at Florida, heck, LSU for that matter, big time baseball programs? You go to Farm League and make so much money and travel and live that lifestyle, or you can be at Florida, getting a college education, playing there, and the money's maybe better or maybe just a little bit less. What would you do? I'd go to Florida or LSU.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the calculus for sure. You know, you're looking at, hey, if I can get paid $150,000 and be in college and then improve my draft stock, you know, there's a huge difference in the signing bonus between someone going, you know, outside of the first round and someone going high in the first round. You know, so it's all, you know, it's all a business decision now. But I will say there was some other talk amongst the fans and some player parents, and it was interesting. South Walton had a lot harder time getting opponents scheduled this year.
I guess so.
And,
yeah.
Specifically, Pensacola Catholic, apparently, you know, all of a sudden couldn't play South Walton after we embarrassed them in one of the 2 games last year, 13-1, which is funny because Pensacola Catholic used to be the dominant team in the Panhandle.
Yeah.
And now, and the listeners may want to close their ears because they probably don't want to hear this, but apparently Mosley also didn't want to play South Walton. And personally, I feel bad for the kids playing for Mosley because they should all want to play South Walton because guess what? You're going to get looked at by MLB scouts because they're going to be there to see Denton and Coleman pitch.
Yeah, that's a great point. We would have players that could play the Division I. That was the greatest thing in the world because all those coaches would come through and they'd pick out somebody else on the team they'd like, and they had friends that coached at lower level colleges and they would tell them, hey, there's a kid at Arnold that can't play for us, but he can play for you.
You know, we were talking just a second ago about the calculus that the guys have to take into account now going and playing college baseball versus pro. The other thing to consider, particularly if you're going to a Power 4 school, particularly SEC or ACC, is not only the money, because the money may be somewhat close, and so you're not sure. The support structure around you at a major college now is night and day. Like when you're off in professional baseball, a lot of that stuff is put on you, and a lot of 18, 19-year-olds aren't ready for that. Think about the trainers that you've got around you. They are better than they are in minor league baseball. You think about the health care and things like that you have around you, the lodging situation, the life planning situation. So much of that support structure is worth its weight in gold that we all know that they have at these major colleges. So that's a factor to be taken.
Well, he knows because you came from Mississippi State where baseball is unbelievable.
Sure.
How many they average?
And if you don't make it right away, you can come back to the college.
Yeah, well, it's true, but it's scary true. The funny thing is with baseball, it's become a bigger thing. Now, when I was at State, there weren't a whole lot of schools in the country that made money in baseball. So we would always have the largest potential attendance. Like we had 9 of the top 10, but we didn't average as much as LSU. LSU would sell out every game.
Yeah.
But when we brought the house, we had more people than they did because we could fit 15, 16,000 in.
Wow.
They'd have 7,000, but every game.
Yeah. Go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, speaking of Mississippi State, actually, I don't know if you guys know, but that's where Denton is committed to. He was committed to Florida, but then, there was that off-season stuff with Kevin O'Sullivan, and then the pitching coach at Florida left to go to Tennessee. So he decommitted from Florida, and he's headed to Starkville. So you got a good one there.
Welcome to Vegas, baby.
But yeah, definitely, it's kind of interesting, that they've gotten to the point now that the local teams in the area don't want to play them. So that would be that might be an interesting question to bring up when you're talking to mostly coach.
Hey, I've been there. I know what they're doing, and I did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna schedule it as easy as I can between district games, football games. I listened to Coach Bowden and Coach Bryant. I kind of followed what they did. They're between their conference games. Sometimes one as tough as they try to make it the best advantage for them. So I get it. I get it. Yeah.
But definitely circle everyone's calendars. I know you got Coach Boardman gone now, but the baseball tournament they're hosting in March again going to have the absolute best of the best high school baseball teams in the Southeast. You got Stoneman Douglas coming. You got IMG. I mean, if you're a powerhouse baseball school, you're playing in that tournament.
Since we're talking about baseball, I want to get into Florida. The USA Coaches Poll, preseason poll came out. Florida Gators ranked 16th in the country. What do you hear, and what do you think about this year's baseball team? With everything that's going on with the coaching staff, and I think there's everything behind them now. What do you expect from Florida this year in baseball?
Oh, the pieces are all still there. I mean, you've got Liam Peterson coming back in the starting rotation. Hopefully he stays healthy. That was an issue for him last year. You've got a lot of the guys that were hitting well last year coming back as well. Just all how it goes. All depends on what injuries happen throughout the year. I mean, Florida got bit big time by the injury bug last year. I think by the time they were in the playoffs, that regional up in Conway, I mean, 3 of their starters were out due to injury. So there are a lot of factors that go into how deep of a run you can make.
Doc, when we get back, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. One is going to be NFL question. Matter of fact, I think a couple are going to be NFL questions. Before we get out today, I got to get all 3 of you guys pick on the Super Bowl. Seattle, New England. You can listen to it right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll talk about that. Then I want to ask you a question. The top NFL running backs in yardage in the playoffs, who is the leader? You might know this, and we get back, we're going to ask you about that and ask these other experts here who they think it is. But anyway, let's talk about, hey, Doc, real quick. I got, doesn't look right, feel right. I listened to you. I came in, you took care of me. You do that for everyone. What are some of the things we can do? Brian's young, but he has been out in the sun a lot. When he was a swim coach, he's out in that thing 24/7. Sooner or later, I think it's going to catch up with him. What can you do?
Thanks.
What can you do to prevent skin cancer? And if you've been already exposed to it like he has, what might happen in the future? So you need to get checked out. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing is, wear sunscreen, wear protective clothing, because, it's never too late to start protecting yourself from the sun. You can't undo the damage that you already did, but getting more damage is not the right answer. But really and truly, for your health, if you have had a lot of sun exposure over the years, you want to get that annual checkup with your dermatologist. Get looked at head to toe. It takes about 5 minutes, and you give us a call at 233-3376 to get your cancer screening scheduled today. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations at Port St. Joe, Panama City Beach, Watersound, Santa Rosa Beach, Phoenix Springs, Santa Fe, or Marianna, Florida.
Tell you what, buddy, you're looking for a new bike, there's only one place to go. Go local. He's been in business since 1976. He's a swim coach at Mosley High School. Wonderful man. Steve Burdershaw does a great job over there. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. He's got new ones and new ones. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. Go check it out. Also local, the Vandergriff family is incredible. Kyle Vandergriff, TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design it, they build it, commercial, residential. They do it all. Call Kyle. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Monday, we got into it with Patrick, and I said, Patrick, that's bull crap. They just started that. I went home, Julie goes, James, they started when you quit coaching. I said, that's what I know. They just started. He said, you haven't coached in 13 years. I said, oh, yeah. So I said, Pat, you know what? You were right. I was wrong. So anyway, Turf Pro Pest Control, #1. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back. Who is the leading rusher in NFL playoff games? Total yards. We'll tell you. Dr. Ward will tell you when we get back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
By the way, I did give you a heads up that when Tom Brady was slobbering all over Clint Kubiak in the NFC title game, talking about his guy, and I go, Tom's going to hire Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks, to take over for the Raiders. Kubiak. Oh, is that how Tom is going to pronounce it?
Yeah.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, a variety of light showers and clouds and a high of 62 with a moderate breeze out of the west at 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 41. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Friday, a bit warmer with a high of 62 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Contractors, when your job site needs materials fast, trust the local team that delivers. Mid-South Lumber Company brings you reliable job site delivery, in-house credit, and competitive pricing on everything from lumber to doors, windows, and more. Plus, their unmatched customer service has your back through every step of the build, making ordering, delivering, and the whole process easier for you. Support local. Build with Mid-South Lumber Company. Mid-South Lumber in Panama City on 11th Street or on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Welcome to It's the Coach James Hale Show.
But I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Live from the J. Michael Studio at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Dr. Ward's with us this morning. Question. There's 7 running backs, top 7 running backs in NFL history with playoff yards. two of them from the SEC, the number 1 guy and the number 7 guy. If you can get any of the names right, that's a great thing. We'll start with Dr. Ward. Give us some of your thoughts. Who are the leading rusher playoff yardage in the NFL history? Dr. Ward, who are they? Give us some names.
So, two that kind of jump off as very likely to me would be Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton, just because they were, all-time great running backs on teams that frequently made it to the playoffs.
Sir, you're incredible. The number 1 leading rusher in NFL history, playoff games, the great Florida Gator himself, Emmitt Smith, 1,586 yards playoff. Now, that's not he's leading rusher, but I'm talking about just playoff games. You got that right. He is one of the 7. Walter Payton did not make the list.
They didn't play as many playoff games back then as they do now.
Exactly.
So that'd be part of it.
If y'all can think of the next SEC running back.
I would say he's been in the playoffs a lot, even though he's not made it to the Super Bowl. I think Derrick Henry'd be in play.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
At number 7 is Derrick Henry from the University of Alabama, 1,002 yards. We have 5 other players. This goes back to the 70s. This was one of my favorite football teams. They were incredible during the 70s.
Okay.
Who was the running back?
Franco Harris.
Yes, you are correct. The Pittsburgh Steelers. 1,556 yards. Emmitt had 1,586, so they were close right there. Doc, we got 4 more names.
What about kind of a more recent one that at least has been to the playoffs? What about Saquon Barkley?
Did not make the list.
How about John Riggins?
Did not make the list.
Okay.
No. This guy played, he won the Heisman Trophy. He played in a team that is now in the ACC. He also played for the Cowboys at one time.
Tony Dorsett.
Tony Dorsett comes in at 4th, 1,383 yards rushing.
Or as he was known before he moved to Dallas, Tony Dorsett.
That's right.
Wow.
All right, the other one played at USC.
Marcus Allen.
You're right. Number 5, Marcus Allen, 1,347 yards. We have 2 left, number 3 and the number 6.
I don't think they made the playoffs that much, but what about Adrian Peterson?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I think he played for the Bills.
Same thing I was thinking about LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
He ran for a lot of yards, but I don't think the Chargers made the playoffs.
You said Bills. I know who it is. Thurman Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You are correct, sir. At number 3, 1,442 yards. At number 6, our last one. I think he played for the Broncos, I think. I can't remember.
The Broncos.
Oh, okay. See, I was thinking you were trying to do a Southern Miss there with Sammy Winder or whatever. But no, Terrell Davis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That is your 6.
You know, I'm sitting here with Sheldon Cooper. Let us answer some questions.
1,140 yards. That are your top 7. I thought it was pretty interesting. Number 1 from the SEC, number 7 from the SEC.
Well, but you can tell, too, so many of these were from an era when they ran the ball.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And all these records, Doc, and especially college football, are going to be changing quite a bit. Derrick Henry has a season rushing leader in all-time history in the SEC. They're going to play more games now, but to add an extra SEC game would be more difficult. Doc, let's talk about the Super Bowl. You look at this stuff, the betting lines, all that kind of stuff. What's your gut feeling? Who's going to win the ball game?
I totally hate the Seattle Seahawks, but I think that they're just a little bit better. But I really want Drake May to have the game of his life and be a Super Bowl champ. So I'm pulling for the Patriots, but my brain just says Seattle's a little bit better.
Dr. Manley, who are you going with, Seattle or New England?
I'm afraid Seattle's going to get right down there on the goal line and throw the one-yard interception.
I hope they do.
I'm going to go with Drake May just because the way he presented himself when he made some talks. I think he'll do it, and I don't know about...
Give me a score.
I don't know. Let's see, 27-24, I think.
Brian, who you got?
I mean, on paper, Seattle should be a good bit better. Plus, they're out on the West Coast, which the travel won't be as tight. I know Super Bowl, they're out there for a week. It's not like that. Drake May's coming off a shoulder injury. The only worry I have is Sam Darnold tends to have, the occasional huge turnover game. Like he'll throw 4 picks or something, but I don't know. I just feel like Seattle's got everything rolling right now. They're playing great football. It's right in front of them, and with May being hurt and them not coming off a very good offensive performance, I'd have to go with Seattle in this one.
Not always, but a lot of cases you see one week you see the team play a certain way, and next week they play a lot better. Betting involved is incredible. Do I trust everything? No. I don't know. It's not going to surprise me at all if New England wins that football game. But you look at both last games they played, you would think Seattle.
Well, just the way Seattle's played the whole year. And I know New England's been good, and I love their defense. I think they're a year or two away. I just don't think they're quite as ready as Seattle is, but could be wrong.
Well, they're having to clear the bank accounts of the officials first to make sure they're okay.
And I'll be honest, I like the Sam Darnold story. He keeps getting cast off. The guy had a tremendous year for the Vikings last year, and they cast him off for an unproven talent in J.J. McCarthy, and all he does is go out and he's better with Seattle, a team who wasn't lighting it up last year, and gets them to the Super Bowl. I think it's a good story.
Doc, what's going to happen? They're talking about now the investigation into LSU's opened up. We all know about the Ole Miss situation over there, Pete Golding. What do you think? What's the NCAA going to do? Completely nothing, or do you think they might find them? Do you think what's going to happen?
I don't know all the details, but I was talking to a guy that is pretty close with the program at LSU. He tell me if this is right or wrong. He said it's not even a football player that's the one being investigated.
Is it basketball?
I'm not sure.
He didn't tell me the sport, but he said it's not football.
Not yet.
So here's the way I look at that, man. NIL was the Wild West. It's still the Wild West. I mean, what are they gonna do? I don't know, man. I don't think anything major is gonna come of it personally.
Yeah, what did you say? I know we talked about, but I can't remember what you said. But when they had Michigan. Everybody knew what happened. They cheated. I mean, they did. And a lot of people thought they're going to take away the national championship. They'll make them forfeit the wins. You go back and look at the history of what they did to Bobby Bowden, Joe Paterno. They took wins away from people. They didn't do that to Michigan. They got to keep that national championship. I mean, did that surprise you?
Yeah, it did surprise me, yes, but it just goes to show how kind of neutered that the regulatory bodies in college sports have become. There used to be severe penalties. Now there's just a slap on the wrist.
They'll take the Division I teams and they'll slap them on the wrist and they'll just sink some Division II school just to
somebody that make money for them.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this. This is the big question. People want to know this. This is probably the most important thing we ask you all day. Your son, what's the deal with him? What's his baseball team look like this year? What's going on with him, his playing career?
Yeah, so really exciting. Over in Mullen County, at least, we're in the midst of middle school baseball. So they've been practicing for the last 3 weeks, and they got their first game coming up next Thursday at home against Destin. And Destin's good, man. They've got some real players over there. So Jackson's going to be most likely in the starting pitching rotation and outfield, and we've got some good kids ready to play, compete for the district championship. That's kind of where it ends in middle school. You get to play for district championship, and then it's over. And then he's going to go into playing with Power baseball for travel this summer. And that'll be like May, June, and July. And he's actually gonna go off to school at IMG to play baseball next year.
Awesome, man. Tell everybody his name again.
Jackson Ward.
Hey, Doc, what's the best way to get up with you? Skin cancer can be deadly. What's the best way to get up with you?
Give us a holler at 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Santa Rosa Beach, Water Sound, Panama City Beach, Panama City, Port St. Joe, Mariana, Bonifay, or Defuniak Springs. Just takes 5 minutes to get checked head to toe and make sure your skin is healthy and cancer-free.
Doc, we'll talk to you next week. The legend, Dr. Ward. Hey, also, don't forget about David Adams Fine Jewelry. They do an incredible job. Russ and Amber, they do unbelievable work over there. You got something that's broke, take it there. They don't mail it off and, it gets lost or it takes you 6 weeks to get it back. They do all the work in-house. They're incredible. They got deals on all the time. And I tell you what, they love the show and we love them. And he also loves those 49ers. Don't forget about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. This weather is freezing 1 minute, next week is in the 70s. People are getting sick. Go see him, get some zinc, get some immune. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
You've read the headlines. You've seen the highlights.
Highway robbery!
But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It saved baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, a variety of light showers and clouds and a high of 62 with a moderate breeze out of the west at 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 41. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Friday, a bit warmer with a high of 62 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Contractors, when your job site needs materials fast, trust the local team that delivers. Mid-South Lumber Company brings you reliable job site delivery, in-house credit, and competitive pricing on everything from lumber to doors, windows, and more. Plus, their unmatched customer service has your back through every step of the build, making ordering, delivering, and the whole process easier for you. Support local. Build with Mid-South Lumber Company. Mid-South Lumber in Panama City on 11th Street or on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. Sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to ESPNPC.com. Bruh.
WGSS Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Panama City's home for Super Bowl 60. Powered by Panama City Toyota. Now back to the most dangerous radio show in the Gulf Coast. Coach James Hale. He's so dangerous, he doesn't even check his eggs at the grocery store.
Danger's my middle name.
I'm bad to the bone, honey.
2 tickets to the gun show.
We're live from the J. Michaels studio on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama updates brought by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason, we love you, man. You do an incredible job. If you have any problems day or night, you call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you. Are they local? Are you kidding me? There's nobody more local than Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School, started this company. He's knocked it out of the ballpark. They've expanded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. They are number one. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning.
I would say Steve's Bike Shop kind of fits in that mold, too.
No doubt about that. Now, this mold here is that we don't take calls from Tennessee Volunteers during Alabama Update.
Mold,
but we will today. What's up, Mike?
This is Bill Belichick. I want to call to celebrate Lawrence Taylor's birthday. You know what ACC stands for?
Always creating chaos.
How about the all cocaine conference?
Well, that could be their officials. Yeah, their officials.
Right. Well, is that a performance-enhancing drug? Lefty Drizel thought it was. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. Drugs, it's no laughing matter, but, I mean, we just spit in the wind and laugh in the face of death and whistle going by the graveyard. That's what we all do. But I had some real questions for you. But I'm so old, I forgot what they were. Actually, I'm gonna do a fine bomb guy, like Squirrel Eye Man kind of thing.
Yeah.
I remember when I ran from the back of the south end zone at Dudley Field to the back of the north end zone, and the back of the north end zone, the back of the south end zone. It was after the Sewanee game when I was 8 years old, wearing my gray-white jersey from Green Hills area flag football. Got that behind me.
That was good. That was good.
It's actually a true story. That's why the truth is always funnier than fiction.
There you go.
But I hopped that wall down there on the south end. You know, I didn't pay to get in. Obviously, I don't like to pay. Never have. That's what coaches. But I'm as broke right now as a mini skirt salesman at Bob Jones University. I'm glad to hear that boy's going there.
Now, you said you had you had a question for Brian. What was that?
Uh-oh. Oh, as a producer stepped in and thank you, sir. I do have a question for Brian.
Okay.
Yeah. What's going to happen between, and I know you're not a Texas A&M guy, but, you know, your stepson is. What's going to happen between Texas A&M and Alabama, and then between Texas A&M and Florida in the round ball?
Well, I can't like the trend Alabama's on right now. They just look out of sorts ever since bringing Betty Acco in, and probably rightfully so. A&M's playing good ball. I would think A&M would handle Alabama. Now, the Florida A&M game, that's going to be more fun. That's probably for kind of supremacy of the SEC.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'd pick on that one right now, but, I mean, based on what I'm seeing, I have more faith in Florida than I do A&M, if I can answer it that way.
And how about the 7'9" guy scored on Alabama?
That's when you know you haven't played a good game, when he gets on the floor.
Right. I'm going to ask you this. Are y'all carrying that game on your radio Saturday night or not?
I think we have the Florida game because we have Auburn, Alabama, and I want to say we have Florida as well.
Randy, do we? Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
That's great, man. I love what you're doing with your live sports programming, even though the mortuary came in there, then I picked up a couple of you guys, but, you know. But I do like listening on. I listen up. It's TuneIn app. I listen to y'all every day, and it's really a break from this junk going on up here in my hometown and Glenn's sort of hometown and Brian's sort of hometown, where there's still like 10,000 customers without electricity.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Amazing.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding, man. I wouldn't joke about that.
We have several people down here who escaped it, and they haven't gone back yet because of that, because their area is out of power. Yeah.
I didn't realize
it's really poorly. Listen, it's about DEI. I don't mean to get all political on you, but I know I knew the human resources director there, and her wife played at the university I coached at. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, and they're good ladies, but they were forced to hire people based upon not the content of their resume, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They just filled slots. But it's all getting better, guys. And if it doesn't get better, I mean, I was going to do my Jasper Walls, Reverend Jasper Walls. I'm upset about them messing up prayer meeting on Wednesday nights in the next 2 years. Anyway, but hey, Glenn, did you ever go to the Amazing Grace Bible class just to pick up women?
No.
Well, I did. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm going to let y'all go. Go Vols, beat Kentucky.
All right, Mike. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. We got some sad news out of Tuscaloosa. They were two real famous Moors, Coach Mal Moore, the matter of fact, Rock Davis told him about guys that he coached, or my high school coach was Brock Davis. He played linebacker at Auburn, and bless his heart, he tried to help me as much as he can. And Mal Moore recruited me from Alabama. Mike Brock, Coach Davis's nephew. We grew up together. Mike went to Jeff Davis, played at Alabama, was a great football player at Alabama. Was one of the most successful lawyers in the country. What he does, extremely wealthy, extremely successful. The other one was Bud Moore. Bud was a former player at the University of Alabama. He was a great businessman. He died the other day at 86. He was the first year he coached as a head coach at the Big Eight, back in the day when they had the Big 8 conference. He was at Kansas in 1975. They went, I think, 7-5, went to a bowl game, and he was coach of the year of the Big 8. Again, he died in his farm up in Tennessee at 86. He's a longtime resident of Sea Grove, Florida. He was a highly successful beer distributor. When he got through coaching, he got into Pensacola. He bought the Miller franchise or whatever. That thing exploded. He did an unbelievable job with that. He loved dogs. He trained dogs. He also had a lot of horses, did the same thing with those. At one time, I don't know if it's still true now, but at one time, he was the individual most land owned in this great state of Alabama. He played in for the great legendary Paul Bear Bryant. He began playing at Alabama in 1958. He played there, lettered in 1958. He lettered in 1959. He also lettered in 1960. He was an assistant coach under Charlie Bradshaw at Kentucky, 1962 to 1964. He was an assistant coach with Gene Stallings at 1965 through 1970 at Texas A&M. Then he went and worked for Bill Dooley, Vince's brother, at North Carolina in 1971. And then he joined Coach Paul Bear Bryant at Alabama in 1972. He was part of 3 straight SEC championships. He was a part of the 1973 national championship team. He left Alabama to go be the head football coach at Kansas. And again, he went 7-5 the first year, played in the Sun Bowl, and his 4-year. Now, this is back when Kansas was a doormat. They were terrible. It was hard to continue to win there. After 4 years, he went 18-26 and tied 1 ball game. He left coaching in 1978. He purchased the Miller beer distributorship in Pensacola, Florida, and he exploded with that. It's unbelievable the amount of money he made off that right there. He had other businesses he went into also. He made a lot of money. I'm talking big-time money in different businesses. The guy was extremely successful. Good-looking guy. I saw pictures of him. I don't know if I met him, but I was near him one time. A very classy man. Spoke really well. Good-looking guy. Played for Coach Bryant. Nothing but a winner, no doubt about him. Some of the things he did with the money he made. He was part of the group that helped build the indoor practice facility at Alabama. He also was part of the group that gave big-time money to the Bryant-Denny Stadium to make improvements over the years. He was the one. He was one of the main ones that established the Pride Tide that we have today. They started that back in 1987. That's the Booster Club where you have to give money to the Booster Club just to be in line to get tickets. Doesn't mean you're going to get them, but if you're not a member of that, you don't get your tickets. They started that. They brought in loads of money for the University of Alabama. He's also in the Hall of Fame in Kansas. He's also in the Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame at the University of Alabama. They had a picture of him. I saw him, Coach Bryant, on the sidelines. Pretty cool. But he was a really good ball player. I heard so many great things about this man. First class, treated everybody with kindness, and just had a touch of gold. Everything he touched, he made money off of. Really knew what he was doing. But he thought it was always big to give back to the university, the university that gave him so much. He was real good friends with Bill Battle. He was friends with Ray Perkins when Ray had the job to try to take over Coach Bryant's back in 1983. So we lost a great one, a great man that did great things for the University of Alabama. And we hope he rests in peace. And a local guy here too, man. Did start out over there in Pensacola with his business and did unbelievable. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Remember that guy? He was good. And what he did when he went to Kansas, he put in the wishbone offense out there. And the first year he was really successful with it. But he should. And really, there were people telling me that if he'd have left there and left when he was on top, get out of there then, because he could have got other jobs. But he stayed. He stayed there 4 years. Back then, those guys made a commitment. They stuck with it. Gene Stallings didn't take the job at Alabama one time because he had a commitment in the NFL. He wanted to wait, and they didn't want him to wait. They finally did get the job at Alabama. But anyway, I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. I want to thank Mike for that wonderful call. far as you know. But some of our other wonderful people that we want to talk about. I'm so pumped up about this one, man. I really am. I've been to Pepper's a lot over in town. I'm so grateful we have one on Panama City Beach now. Pepper's Mexican Grill. We had a blast there after Julie's Hall of Fame dinner. We had a great time there. It's on Panama City Beach Parkway. They went in, remodeled the inside. It looks really nice. Military people, don't forget, every Monday you get a 10% discount, lunch and dinner. And the margaritas are incredible. You enjoy it, and they're huge. Buy one, get one. Same thing with the draft beer. The food's great. Go check it out. It's where TG Fridays used to be on Panama City Beach. Go tell them Coach sent you. You'll have a good time. We'll be right back. You listen to 104.3 ESPN Northwest. When we get back, we got a little bit on Auburn Tigers, and we got some stuff on FSU.
104.3 ESPN is above the rim.
Dorsey, splash!
Exciting college basketball is back. Tune in every Saturday for the biggest games in college basketball, plus marquee evening matchups during the week. The Round Ball.
And it goes for the win!
You want it, you need it, and we've got it. College basketball plays here. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, a variety of light showers and clouds and a high of 62 with a moderate breeze out of the west at 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 41. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Friday, a bit warmer with a high of 62 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
The big game is almost here, and on Hard Rock Bet, it's parlay time. Got a big game parlay? Get paid big bonus bets. Don't miss the $7 million big game bonus party on Hard Rock Bet. From now till the final whistle, everybody who bets a $10 same game parlay on the big game gets a share of millions. That's $7 million in bonus bets only on Hard Rock Bet. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions. It's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
Now, it's the Coach James Hale Show.
Go nuts.
Live from the J. Michael Studio at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
King James, Jenna, and all you Auburn Tigers out there, don't forget tomorrow, 8:15, Andy Bersham. Listen to the Iron Bowl Saturday right here on ESPN 104.3 as we have the Iron Bowl of Alabama, Auburn, and basketball. And also don't forget on ESPN 104.3, we got the Super Bowl 60 right here. Head on down and have a great time.
And we'll have that Alabama-Auburn game, too, of course.
You can watch it on TV if you want to. You can also turn away at halftime like I'm going to do. Auburn football, the Auburn Tigers open up. I can't believe they already have this up. They'll make some money. Auburn already opens up as a 7.5-point favorite over Baylor in the season opener. Now, remember this. And the over-under, they got point right now, 58.5 over-under. Remember, Auburn's head football coach is offensive-minded. He's got both his quarterbacks out of South Florida, a lot of his receivers. I think people will be pleased with Auburn's offense. Defense, Auburn's always pretty good. Now, they're moving the game. Hugh Freeze was part of that decision, the athletic director. They moved that game to Atlanta for money, and they also cost the city of Auburn big-time money. So they're split. If you go online, read some of the stuff that's being said, people were extremely upset. They didn't want to go to Atlanta and spend the night. They wanted to go up to Auburn, have a great time, tailgate, do the things they do there. Glenn, you're an Auburn guy.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay? And you got the place to stay up there when you go. Are you okay with them changing that game to Atlanta and the city of Auburn losing out of millions of dollars.
Yeah, because the atmosphere is so much different.
It's true, like a really true home game.
Yeah. So when you're there, you sit there. You watch
it's unbelievable.
Play, and when the eagle flies out, and then you're there, the restaurants and the student body's there, and so it's a whole different thing to go over there.
Yeah, I wish they'd have kept it. I get what I know why they did it. I
you
wish
can drive from Auburn over to Atlanta and watch the game come back, but still, that's not the same as you.
Yeah, but people go to Auburn from all over.
Oh, I know.
And now they got to go to Atlanta, spend money, high money on hotels. Brian, what's your take on it? Do you get it?
I mean, I understand it, and the fact that a coach would want to willingly give up a home game tells you just how much money and potential NIL exposure and money is involved in the thing. But no, I would much prefer to keep it in town for a myriad of reasons. Just familiarity with everything. You've got a lot more control over your athletes in town, and the ability to make sure that the local economy and everything like that benefits from a home game. When you're the head football coach at an SEC school, you're more than just that. I mean, you're an ambassador for the city and the county and the area, and I would take that probably a little more seriously maybe than they did. But
yeah, y'all both make some great points right there. I want to ask you this: the 7.5 points. Baylor Miranda is a defensive-minded guy. He's been there. This is Coach Golish's first game, and the first year is always the most difficult. I do think they're going to be pretty good on offense, but I don't know if I'd take the 7.5 and the 58.5 over. Knowing what a great defensive coach Baylor has as a head coach, I'm not sure I'd touch that or not. I just don't know. It's too early. We don't know we hadn't even seen them go through spring football. But Glenn, the 7.5 point, I can see them win. I can see them win that game by 7.5. But I also can see them win it by a field goal.
Miranda's got him a brand new quarterback too. Don't forget.
That's right,
DJ Lagway. Of course, Golish is 1-0, I think, against Lagway. So
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but just to me it's way too early to tell anything. I don't know. I guess so we can talk and everybody can sell magazines, I guess.
That's what it is. That's what it's all about. Everything's about money. You know that. Hey, Auburn needs to thank Gus Belzon. We talked about it yesterday and the day before, everything he did for Auburn. 2 SEC championships, 3-time SEC championship game, 1 national championship, 1 national championship runner-up. And I'll never forget the game, FSU. They had a kickoff return. I think it was a fake punt involved in that ball game.
First,
But I think the biggest mistake they did, and I forgot his name, he was the head coach of Southern Mississippi after he left to Auburn. I apologize, I forgot his name. They went to a prevent defense, and all they did was prevent Auburn from winning the ball game. They had shut down FSU's offense almost the entire game. In the last couple minutes of the game, they backed off, placed the secondary coverage was completely different. And what did Jimbo do? They went right down the field, score a touchdown, and they win it.
Yeah. Finally, the referee decided to call pass interference and then tackle the horse collar. But on the kickoff return where he ran the lane, the guy from Auburn had pulled a hamstring and had to pull up.
That's right.
And so it left a gap, and you can't leave a gap in there, as you well know. If there's a seam and that guy got some speed and hits it, you're not.
And he had speed.
He did, world class.
I thought the fake punt call was incredible.
It was. Yeah.
That was a. That's what I'm saying. Bring him back. Let's forgive him. Let's forget. But then what Conrad told me, I don't know if he can forget that or not. But anyway, I'd be okay with him coming back. What else did Gus do? He had a Heisman Trophy winner. He had a Heisman Trophy finalist. He did some great things at Auburn. And sometimes
he defeated Alabama more than anybody.
Wait, look what he did at FSU when he played out. I just think, I kind of wish now. Look what's happened. They ain't had a winning season since he left. But anyway, Gus, thank you for everything you did for Auburn. All right, basketball, Southern, Saturdays Down South. They came out their power rankings for SEC basketball. Right now, they have the number 1 team being Texas A&M. I don't know about that. Florida looks pretty good to me. Number 2 is Florida. Number 3 is Tennessee. Number 4 is Vandy. Number 5, Kentucky. Kentucky's playing pretty good. Number 6, Arkansas. Number 7, the Auburn Tigers. Again, they got the Iron Bowl. You listen to it right here, 104.3 this Saturday. At number 8, Alabama. Not sure about that. Number 9, Missouri. Number 10, Georgia. Number 11, Texas. Number 12, Ole Miss. Number 13, Mississippi State. Number 14th, LSU. 15th, South Carolina. And 16th is Oklahoma. I remember when Missouri came in, I thought that was going to help us big time in basketball. Let me ask you both right now. Who do you think's better, A&M right now or Florida? Forget the records, because everybody's record's not the same.
A&M's had a better season to date than Florida has. That being said, I think Florida is a better team and will be better positioned at the end of the year than A&M is.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I think they're defended in the national championship. And the thing is, the more their guards improve, the better they're going to be. And the coach in A&M is really a good coach, and he knows what he's doing. But I tell you what, I just think overall, Florida's going to come in with a all right, I got to ask you both this.
What do you guys like in the Iron Bowl this week? Does Auburn get it done, or does Alabama finally look pretty good and win a basketball game? They have not looked. They haven't really looked that good since they've had all the situation, all the national news on the professional player playing at Alabama.
I don't love the trajectory that they're on, but Auburn's not a juggernaut this year, and Alabama. This is the kind of game Oates needs. I have a funny feeling they're going to actually get it together for this game.
Is that Alabama?
I believe it's at Coleman. I could be wrong on that, but this is the kind of game that I think Oates absolutely has to rally the troops and get everything around. I actually think they will get this one.
Okay.
Is it played at? Where's it played at?
I'm going to look real quick.
Look it up. I didn't write it.
I just, I think Auburn's kind of solidified a little bit. And
getting better.
It's at Auburn.
It's at Auburn.
Okay. Even so, I'm going to. I think Oates has to have it, and I think he will.
Well, if he continues
at Auburn,
I think it being at Auburn is going to be a little near favorite. It's going to be real close, but I think Auburn will take it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and again, we'll have Andy Burcham on tomorrow at 8:15. He can tell us what everything's going on the latest. Now, one thing about Auburn, they got all week to prepare. I think Alabama's got a game tonight, but we'll see. The Iron Bowl again, 104.3.
Yeah, Alabama plays A&M tonight.
Yeah, A&M. Hey, that's right.
That's what I mean.
And that game, I think, is played at Alabama.
I think Alabama's going to lose to A&M. I think the Auburn game, I think they dial it in. And because if they lose both this week, they're in real trouble. It's not that they're not going to make the tournament, but they're in real trouble of everything just spinning out of control.
Yeah, they'll have to travel a lot. Won't be any hosting.
I wanted to get this in. It's not really so much about Auburn, but I wanted to get it in today. I do really enjoy watching college softball. I really do, especially when they get to the tournaments, the SEC tournament, and the championship tournaments. They got the number one team in the country this year. This is ESPN USA Softball Top 25. Number one team in the country, according to them, is the Texas Longhorn going into the season. Texas is going to be good. Number two, the Florida Gators. Number three out of the SEC, that's three SEC schools in a row, Oklahoma. They're really good. And number four, the other really good team in Oklahoma State. Go back to the SEC at number 5, Tennessee. The Big Ten at number 6 is UCLA. Go back to the SEC. The SEC's dominating softball and baseball. Number 7, Texas A&M. Go to the ACC at number 8, Duke. At number 9, LSU out of the SEC. And then the money school. He got the pitcher from Oklahoma, and look what happened. As long as that guy's around, Texas Tech's going to be pretty good in most sports. At number 10 is Texas Tech out of the Big 12. At number 11 out of the SEC, Alabama Crimson Tide. At number 12 out of the ACC, and I think they're going to do better than people think, and that's FSU. At number 13, out of the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. 14 out of the SEC, Georgia. 15 out of the SEC, Missouri. Then you go back to the Big Ten at number 16, Nebraska. Arizona is 17. 18 out of the ACC, Virginia Tech. 19, Baylor. 20, Northwestern, Big Ten. 21, Cal. 22 out of the Big Ten, Michigan. 23, Stanford. 24, Big Ten, Oregon. And 25, Mississippi State. Brian, real quick before I get about it, what are you hearing about Mississippi State baseball? How good?
Well, I mean, I'm a little surprised they've turned it around as quick as they have. Preseason, there's some polls that have them as high as 4. Now, we've got the new coach come in from Virginia, and he's got a long track record of success. And I guess it just speaks to what we've talked about. You can turn things around quickly. State got better last year toward the end, made postseason, so that was good for them based on what they've done since championship. I'm hearing it should be pretty good, but with baseball, you never know. You get a couple injuries, a couple of pitchers can't get it done, and you end up on the outside looking in. But should be a good year for State.
I tell you what's good today, man. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. If you're over in Lynn Haven, I don't care, anywhere across the bridge over there, today's the day. 10 wings inside for $9.99. Pat Perno, City Commissioner over there, his restaurant, again, I tell you all the time, you walk in there, they treat you so well. He trains them that way, but they're generally great people that he hires. He hires really good people. They always got a smile on their face. There's TVs there. You know what's going on in the sports world. TVs everywhere. And the Super Bowl, great place to go to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven and watch the Super Bowl. And again, if you're going to have a party, Super Bowl party, call Pat. Just let him know the number. What do you want? It'll be waiting on you, and a lot of people take advantage of it. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Now, if you're on Panama City Beach, it's the world-famous J. Michael Spaghetti, only on Wednesdays. The lunch we packed out. Come by and say hello to us.
What time are we going today?
And again tonight. I think I got both of my granddaughters today. I'm not sure I'll be there.
Oh, boy. I'm going to text. I'm going to text your wife real quick and ask her if that's true.
Beef O'Brady's. Get out there today, or either J. Michael's. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
We just had the largest coaching carousel in the history of college football. I don't know who you're going to get. You're going to go take some kid that's 32 years old that's just an offensive coordinator like Kentucky did, and you're not going to know what you got. I think Florida State needs somebody that's been there, that's done that knows how to do it, and Jimbo's just sitting there in the wings saying, okay, I'm right here, guys. Let me do the chop again.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
Get ready, boys. Valentine's Day is incoming. Coin and bullion reserves fine jewelry will make the process easy. Earrings, necklaces, diamonds, and engagement rings. Plus, free 1 dozen stunning red roses with purchase of $500 of jewelry or more. For decades, you've trusted Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, the largest rare coin and bullion dealer in the Southeast. Finest jeweler in town, still at 2621 East 15th Street. Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, your diamond headquarters.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! You want to have a great time? Yeah, we all do. Well, get out Newbies 2 on the curb. Watch the Super Bowl there. Watch all sporting events from there. But make sure you make your way down to the mothership, the best entertainment in the Southeast, every Friday and Saturday night. And Glenn, your favorite place over there in St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility.
It is. It's fantastic. But you know what? You can't leave out the brew and booze out there, too. That was my favorite. But this other one's closer, so, you know.
Yeah. Well, you always visit both of them. You're fair and balanced.
Make a road trip every once in a while out to the beach. So.
Yeah. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. You'll be glad you did.
Well,
all right, what do you got?
We'll talk about softball softball a little bit, Randy. And so we're going to talk about it. And I had a different poll. This is Division I softball poll, and they have Texas number 1. They have Texas Tech number 2. But FSU softball is going to be heavy into the national TV broadcast this year. They will have 15 national TV games, and they will be on ESPN, ESPN2, and ACC network. They're tied with Oklahoma and Tennessee for 15, and right now Tennessee is number 4, and Florida's number 5. And FSU's number 7, so we'll get into there, and we'll see what goes on with that. But there are 107 TV appearances over the last 5 years. They're 82 and 25 on the TV. And the key dates to remember is February the 12th. They will be in Clearwater. They will play number 2 Texas Tech at that Clearwater Invitational. And then on February the 15th, they played Tennessee. That'll be on ESPN primetime. And then the April challenge, of course, will be April 22nd in Tallahassee on ESPN. They will play the Florida Gators. And then on April 28th on ESPN, they will play at Gainesville, and they will play the Florida Gators there, too. So those are big weekends coming up. But I just think, FSU football is starting to come up a little bit now. You can't go around and say softball without thinking about Oklahoma, even though Texas won last year, because she has done a really good job. And but now let's get in a little bit to football. And I want to talk about the quarterback room for a little bit. But the first thing I want to talk about, 10 years ago today, when things were simpler, and they had people signing, here are the top 7 colleges to sign people like we list today. So no NIL money, none of that other good stuff they're doing now. But number 7 was Michigan, so they signed good people. And number 6, Georgia. Number 5, LSU. Number 4, Ole Miss. Number 3, Alabama.
Freeze days, baby.
Yeah, he under the table. But number 3, Alabama. Number 2, Ohio State, and number 1, FSU.
Wow. Wow. What has happened?
They don't have
memories.
That's true. So that was just 10 short years ago. So we know what's going on right now. Well, with Malzahn stepping down, it changes the whole thing of the quarterback room. They brought in Ashton Daniels, who was at Stanford, then he was at Auburn. They brought him in just to help run the systematic offense of Malzahn. So he is not there anymore, so we don't know what that's going to do to the room. But they have another quarterback in there, Dean DeNoble. He's from Lafayette, depending on which north or south of the Mason-Dixon line. And he is the leading quarterback in his division. And then they brought in the JUCO, number 1 JUCO player, quarterback Malik Marshall. But then we have 2, Jaden O'Neal, who's still there, and then also my favorite, which I think they should have played last year instead of wasting money on Castellanos, was Kevin Sperry. Now, in my opinion, he's the best one, and he's already come out and said he's not there to sit on the bench. He's there to play, and he's going to do everything he can to become the number 1 starting quarterback at FSU. So we want to make sure, if I had a vote, I would put him in now. They kept saying, I don't know if it's coaches speak, Malzahn liked him, they all liked him. He proved he could move the team in Stanford when we weren't doing anything. And I think Castellanos got hurt. And then after the first 3 games, everybody's seen everything that Malzahn was going to throw out there. And so they kind of schemed for that. So they wanted to make sure that we beat them by throwing. And so we couldn't hold defenses out very long. And everybody started rushing the quarterback. And since he wasn't mobile, he got sacked a lot, or he threw into coverage. So I think that was part of the problem. But when you talk about Norvell now, he's going to take over the reins of the quarterback and call in the plays. So the door reopens for him to make get a quarterback who is a time-based rhythm passer, and also he better be able to escape and, do things like that. Sperry becomes very intriguing in this one. Now, to me, he's the number 1 guy. And then also Jordan Travis, once he heard that Norvell was calling the plays again, public endorsed Norvell as reclaiming the offense, thought that was a really that's going to be a good thing. It's going to give him a chance. Well, he's either going to live by the sword or die by the sword.
Well, at least he'll get fired doing what he believes in, not someone else.
You know, if everybody's jumping ship, you know, when the rats are jumping the ship, you want to make sure if you're going down, you're going to be the captain.
Yeah.
So we'll see what goes on with that. And then also, remember Rondell Hill, who came from the big Alabama? Mm-hmm. All right, you know, he was 2 years at Arkansas after that before he came to FSU. Well, if he has still not been picked up by anybody in the portal.
Wow.
So here's
the stories they never tell.
I know. Yeah. So what goes on with all that? It's the end of your scholarship day. Everything goes away. The money, everything. So they don't just keep paying them. So we'll see what goes on. And I like Dabo Sweeney's little thing about, you know, what we need to do with these people. And I also like what, you know, Deion Sanders has done. Okay, if you're going to make all this money and you don't do what you need to do, we'll just do it like the pros. We'll fine you.
And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, and so it's going to work out like that. You know, until, like we talked about before, until they make them be I guess, an employee of the school, they keep getting these astronomical amounts of money. But the thing is, all right, then you take away, they have to pay for their meals, pay for their housing, pay for their health care, pay taxes, which they still do, and things like that. And then they could penalize them. If you don't do the right thing, we'll just fine you. So that will cure some of that. But
I mean, we go back to Rob's call this morning about FSU, and we were talking about what happened. You start out, you don't want to start the season out and you work on one team the whole summer, and this is your whole year, that week one game. You want to improve every single week. You keep doing the reps. You do the same thing. You got a routine. You got a process you go through on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And you want to improve as the season goes on. What stops that from happening? Injuries plays a role. Sometimes coaches can screw things up. Florida State looked really good. They got ranked after beating Alabama. They destroyed Alabama week one in Tallahassee, and everybody thought everything looks good. Everybody's back. Gus Malzahn, magic works. They win those 3 games. They play some cupcake games. They blew everybody out. And then once they got smacked in the face, it kind of fell apart. How did that happen? Why did it happen? We asked Patrick. He always gets over and talks to the players, trying to get some insight on that during the year. But ever since we had this NIL stuff, it seems like, and ever since that undefeated team they've had, they haven't faced adversity very well at all under that coaching staff. What is it? What happened? What have you heard?
Well, my theory is 2 things. He played Castellanos when they were killing Kent State. I mean, after the first 2 touchdowns, he should have been out of there, in my opinion, because that's what happened to Travis, Jordan Travis. So he gets hurt. I mean, ankle. When you got a mobile quarterback and his ankle's hurt, those are the injuries that take a while, because you're always going to, I mean, that's your modus operandi. You're going to move those feet. So if you can't move your feet, you're kind of stuck with what you have to do. So I don't think he was a stand-in passer. I don't think he liked standing in the pocket. I think on the move. And so I think that was part of it. And I think after about the 3rd game, when you start playing these people that had a chance to see you for 3 weeks, then they can scheme better against your offense. I'm not sure that Alabama was ready for that offense. And so I think part of it was those kids are so hyped up that, you know, everybody didn't give them a chance. And so so now you start reading the papers, you know, Bill Curry used to call it the fellowship of the miserable when you start reading all that and how great you are and all that. So maybe they start listening to it and get punched in the mouth. This is serious. And so now, once that went down 2 games, then I think they started waiting to, here we go again, we're going to make mistakes. So I don't know.
See, we used to tell the players that, look, if you could do it one time, you can do it every single time. I think it goes back the way they ran practices. You practice a certain way, you play a certain way. You practice and play at a very high level, you're going to play at a very high level. If you're allowed not to practice at a high level, you're not going to play at a high level. I think that had something to do with it.
Probably.
The way they ran their practice. I was real critical of Alabama that they're not a very physical football team like they've been in the past. And that goes back, I think, the way they prepare and the way they practice. If you don't work on run blocking and do it live at practice, you're not going to do it in a game. That had to be some of it at FSU. And another thing I noticed with them, the players the way they treated him sometimes on the sidelines. I think he kind of lost the locker room in the middle of the year.
Yeah, he could have. And another thing, too, is when you have the difference in the NIL money, I got mine. Why should I worry about winning games?
Chemistry.
I got mine, yeah. I got mine, so...
Well, I want to say this. We do got ours, and that's newbies. 1 of 4 of them. We can go to any 4 we want. We'll have a great time. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment at the mothership every night, especially on the weekends. But newbies, too, that's where you want to go watch all sporting events, especially Super Bowl 60. I also want to talk about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to get better, look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. Jason will be on Friday talking about everything you can think of. The guy's incredible. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Stevenson Air Conditioning, Steve's Bike Shop. Local, you can't be more local than that. You're looking for an electrical bike? There's only one place to go. That's Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street, right across the street from Sam's. We'll be right back. 104.3
ESPN Northwest Florida. The magic plays here.
And he flipped it up and in and one. And it's Desmond Bain. He's an offense unto himself right now.
It's the Brooklyn Nets at the Orlando Magic. Tip off tomorrow at 6 right here.
Your new home for select Orlando Magic games. The NBA is on. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, a variety of light showers and clouds and a high of 62 with a moderate breeze out of the west at 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 41. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Friday, a bit warmer with a high of 62 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Krispy Kreme Donuts is helping you impress those really special folks this Valentine's Day with a new donut collection called Hearts in Bloom. It includes 4 new heart-shaped donuts in a custom flower bouquet box. Better and sweeter than flowers. Pick up a dozen or 2 today. Available only at Krispy Kreme Donuts in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme Donuts since 1937. Krispy Kreme Donuts, where you get them hot.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I want to wish a happy birthday to a special young lady, Kristen Counts Barr. That's Steve and Amy's beautiful daughter. She grew up with Jamie. Heck, she spent the night at the house. Great kid. She married Chris Barr, and they're a wonderful couple there. But Kristen's birthday, happy birthday, Kristen. Hope you have a wonderful day. Glenn, what do you got for us? You wanted to mention something real quick?
We today at 10 o'clock at the Bay High Fine Arts Building, we have young men signing, and so it starts at 10. It'll be Alex Baker, he is baseball, and it'll be Omar Johnson football, Maddox Memon basketball, Javar Bowden, it will be football, and Caden Havel, it will be baseball. So congratulations to them. Get out there if you're a Bay High supporter. Also, on the 21st of February, Forest Park Methodist Church will have a golf tournament at Nature Walk. It will be a shotgun start at 9, registrations at 8:15, 2-man teams. It's only to the first 40 teams, $59 a person. If you're a math major like Brian, it's $118. So for the team, and no more than bogey on your scorecard, which helps me. So anyway, so you can mulligans $5 up 2 for a limit, and you can call the clubhouse 265-2582 to register, or you can call Lee Henderson 850-319-6773. So get out there and support them. All the proceeds go to the church.
All right, question. I want you to rank them in order. We're talking about Super Bowl 60. These are the greatest in my opinion, the greatest coaches all time, NFL. Bill Belichick, New England. Andy Reid, Kansas City. Vince Lombardi, Green Bay Packers. Don Shula, Miami, Baltimore Colts also. Bill Walsh, what he did at the 49ers was incredible. That's your 5 picks. Brian, I want you to rank them 1 through 5. In your opinion,
all right, Walsh,
how would you do it?
So you had Walsh, Reid, Belichick, Lombardi, and who was the fifth? Shula.
The winningest coach in NFL history. All of them are in the Hall of Fame, and one should be.
I'd have Walsh 5 just because I don't think he did it as long, although I thought he was a genius.
Offensively unbelievable.
I'd put Reid at 4.
Okay.
I really like Andy Reid. Shula at 3.
Okay.
Lombardi at 2, and this is a wins business. Who's won it more than Belichick? I'd have Belichick at number 1.
I'm with you. Mine was a little bit different.
Not my favorite coach, but I think he's the top one.
All right, here. This is mine, Glenn, and y'all want to hear yours in a second, but I'm going to give mine now and compare it to what you guys got. I got Belichick number 1. I got Vince Lombardi number 2, Green Bay Packers. He was incredible. Bart Starr played for him. Andy Reid, Kansas, I like him. He's incredible. Look what he did at Green Bay, what he's doing now. Don Shula probably should be higher, but I got him at 4, and I got Bill at 49ers. Walsh, I got him at 5th.
That's my top. Different.
Yeah, a little bit different, not much. Glenn, give me your top 5.
Gosh, you're talking about different eras and games played. I got, if you're doing that, I would have to have Belichick number 1. I would probably have Shula number 2. And I would have Lombardi 3, 4, and then Walsh 5.
I'm not sure I would probably, though, if you're asking me. I was thinking about Landry, but I'm not sure he cracks my top 5. But I would have Chuck Noll over Bill Walsh.
Steelers. Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't take that one through. That's not bad. Yeah, and dang, I like the Steelers. Yeah, you know what? Let's throw him out. Put him in there. I like that.
Ryan Mulvey, I'm sorry.
But, there's other, George Hallis. There's a lot of other. Jimmy Johnson people talk about, well, you had such talent. They forget he inherited nothing.
He drafted.
Yeah, he engineered that deal.
He was brilliant. But let's go back to Bill, what he did. All the Super Bowls, the ones he won, the one he lost, but he was there. You can say the quarterback. Well, you know what? He was coaching that quarterback.
Yeah, but you made the point. They all had good quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's the worst argument ever. So he didn't win without Brady. Outside of Shula, who won with 2 different, and there's very few others who won with 2 different quarterbacks.
And the coaches you mentioned right here, look who their quarterbacks were.
Yeah.
Bart Starr won the first 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Shula had one of the best passers of all time.
Shula at least had, because he was with 2 different teams.
Yeah,
he had Johnny Unitas, Bob Grease. He had Earl Morrall as a backup. So that's a little bit different. But Walsh basically had Montana. By the time Steve Young came in, it was George Seifert.
Right. Montana was unbelievable.
Yeah. So it's
Andy Reid. Look who he's had.
Yeah. Andy Reid got there with Philly.
Yeah.
With Donovan McNabb. So there's a case there, but most of them, it's with one. Hank Stram did it with Len Dawson.
If you don't have a quarterback, you're not getting there.
That's right.
You're not winning a championship with that great quarterback, I don't think, or at least having a really good one surrounded by great. Now, I take that back. Alabama did it with a good one, but they were so good everywhere else in college. I think in the NFL, you got to have a great one to win it.
Well, Alabama for a long time would win championships with a quarterback who just wouldn't make mistakes.
Right.
The Jay Barker types, the Jay Coker types. Even, I know A.J. McCarron's talented, but A.J. wasn't a guy who won a game by himself.
We had Amari Cooper, had all these great players around him.
He made sure and distributed the football.
But anyway, give me a score for the game Sunday. What do you think the score is going to wind up being?
I think it's going to be something in the lines of maybe like 27-10, 27-13.
And who you got again?
I got Seattle.
Glenn, you got Seattle?
No,
You got New England?
New England. I had
You had
27-24.
27-24?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think the numbers will be like? It would be crazy like it always is? Or is it viewership?
It'll be big. I don't think it'll be as big as some because these aren't major market teams. And everybody says, "Oh, it's the Patriots." It's a different Patriots thing.
Right.
So it won't be huge because you're not talking about New York versus L.A. or Chicago versus New York or whatever like that. But it's an event. People who don't watch football watch the Super Bowl. So.
Right. Yeah. And you have to. Well, right now I think it's like $7,000 or $8,000 a seat.
And as much as some of us may not love what's going on at halftime, there are going to be a lot of people who watch for that. Who won't even watch the game. There'll be some who turn off.
I'm
for
one
that,
of those. I'm turning it off. Hey, the mayor, Greg Bernicki, love him. He is truly the mayor. Here's what he has to say. Any quarterback wins a Super Bowl if they have a great offensive line, they have talent all around them, and they give them some time. It's the line on the defense and offense that win games, not only the quarterback.
And we saw that in the national championship this year. I mean, the two teams with the best lines made it.
That's the reason Greg is so highly successful, whatever he does. The guy's incredible.
It's because he's a Bay High graduate.
But he said,
I thought it was because he listened
to
us.
He told me, he said, if he could have gone to Arnold, he would have.
Oh, wow.
Far as you know.
Here we go.
Far as you know. And don't forget, really, you can listen to the game right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Anybody know what time kickoff is? At 5 o'clock?
It's like 5:30, but they're never on time for the game.
And it's going to run late.
And we're not running we don't have the halftime show will be on television, but we won't be doing the halftime show. They'll be doing, recapping the first half.
So
basically.
5:30 p.m. Central.
So our station comes on at 5:30 with the Super Bowl.
Well, the actual Super Bowl pregame will start at 3 o'clock, and then kickoffs at 5:30.
Wow. Okay, and it'll probably run what?
I got to take a nap so I can watch the game.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward. To be honest with you, last weekend I was lost, man. No college games, no NFL playoffs. I hate it. This is the last one we get, so I'm definitely going to watch it. I got a text from my son said, "Dad, Johnny and I are going to come over and watch the Super Bowl with you. Go get those Cajun wings."
Do you not know where it is?
Yeah.
I told you, just send him the address.
Here's the phone number. Tell him what you want, how many you need.
Well,
and go buy them.
He wants you to pay for them.
Hey, I'll do anything for Johnny. Johnny's going to get what he wants. Hey, what do you hear from Conrad?
Huh?
Conrad Mood.
Conrad, successful neck surgery, and he will be back sometime Thursday, at his home. So, give it thanks for all the prayers and everything. So he's doing great.
Yeah.
And real quick, Belichick not getting in. The owner Kraft didn't get in.
Ridiculous.
Is it just jail? Is it politics? It's in everything.
It's all of the above. There's some people who don't like him. There's some people who are trying to hold this great moral stand on the what do you call it, the Spygate and all that junk. There's a lot of that. It's exactly why these idiots don't need to be voting. I never thought I could hate a group of people as much as I hate the Baseball Writers Association of America. NFL has been like, oh, we can do that too.
Wow.
So to hell with all of them.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, don't forget, if you're looking for a roof, it's Vandy Roofing. And listen to Kyle Friday. And listen to Patrick every Monday. You talking about local. His daughter's a beautiful cheerleader at Mosley High School. Turf Pro Pest Control. You want that yard looks absolute like a golf course. We can make it happen. You'll never get bit by a spider if you go with Turf Pro Pest Control.
There you go.
They take care of the bugs inside and in your yard. They are great. They are outstanding. No doubt about that. And again, Jason Kovaleski Friday. Tomorrow we got Jeremy Pridgeon. We'll have a great time here tomorrow. Andy Birch from the Auburn Tigers. Now, Mark McLeod, we'll have him next Wednesday at 8:30 talking about the Florida Gators. And I wanted to ask you guys some questions today. We've run out of time, so tomorrow.
Rapid fire, go.
Well, just real quick. Who wins the next national championship out of the SEC in baseball? We're out. 104.3.
That's a good
You are correct. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This just in.
Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live streams, and the chance to interact with your favorite hosts.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Stay connected.
Join the conversation